between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, it's Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. It's Cannon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They run with Breida. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, That's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And an alley to run.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. but instead they'll keep it on second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On second down, Dobbs. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Back to throw Dobbs. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On the counter, here's Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go, dude. Ohio!
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36.
Ohio!
A give to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Flex round! Here we go!
The give is to Bell, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Ohio!
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So that one will be accepted. Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Ohio! Ohio! 6-man.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hurry up! Back.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now it's Breida. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Go ahead. Wait.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Bell, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Check back, 6.
Dobbs. He's going deep for Brown. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. from the shotgun. Here's Dobbs. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They run again with Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Able to shake him off. Looking deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
21. Hurry up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. 55 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, go. Go ahead. 21. Go. 21. 21.
And here's Marshall. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Keith Marshall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Ohio!
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
To throw is Dobbs. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Bell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
21. Here we go.
Now Marshall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. Go ahead.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run with Marshall. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is Marshall. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Breida. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.